Woo! Hello there, everybody. It's so nice to see everyone in chat, and I'm so excited to be here with these beautiful, wonderful, amazing people. We're very excited to be doing this fundraiser today. I want to just open this stream with a couple very, very important announcements, acknowledgments, and so forth. First up, we want to just open this digital space right up by acknowledging that we live and work on stolen land. We offer so much gratitude to the rightful stewards of this land who are still here, surviving, thriving. Our relations to each other and the earth are deeply ruptured by the ongoing reality of colonialism. The histories of this land carry physical, cultural, and spiritual violence on an unimaginable scale. We have a lot of work to do to address the ways that this violence is still being enacted on Indigenous communities. This violence remains embedded in all of our bodies and is passed on to future generations. So we would like to pay our respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to Indigenous people here in this digital space. We hope that this land will be returned to its rightful stewards. To acknowledge this land and its history within yourself, please take time. There should be a link that will go on in chat. You can click on that to see whose land specifically you occupy and reach out to your local Indigenous communities and see what ways you can help and support. So keep a lookout for that link in chat. The reason that we are here today, this wonderful crew, is specifically to benefit Equality Texas. Equality Texas works to advance the rights of LGBTQ plus Texans alongside pro-equality legislators and protects LGBTQ plus Texans from legislative attacks. The works they do have helped in the fight for members of the LGBTQ plus community to continue to live their best lives just like any other Texan. So please visit that website, but also we have a Tiltify link. So if you at any point want that link to come by so you can donate, it is !donate in the chat. You can follow along up top and see how well we are doing. Our goal today is $1,000. I think we can smash that. So let's do it. And I'm being joined by some amazing people that I'd really like to show off and boast about themselves right now. So I would love it if let's see, Butterfly Astrophysics. Hello there.
Hello. I'm Chaia. My pronouns are she, her. I'm Butterfly Astrophysics on TikTok and Twitch and the D&D Beyond forums.
That's wonderful. And Nicole?
Hi, my name's Nicole. I'm at a trans tiefling on social media platforms, making a variety of wild content. Pronouns are she, her, and I'm here to play Gale.
Incredible. We'll go down to bottom left, which is Circle DM.
Oh, hello. I'm Sphinx Akashaa. Circle DM on TikTok, Sphinx Akashaa, just about everywhere else. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm here playing Angelo Watson.
Amazing. And then Tutu.
Hi. You can call me Tutu or Laura Tutu. Pronouns are she, they, and I will be playing Annabelle Sinclaire.
Oh my God, incredible. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Dylan. I'm Super Dylan everywhere on the internet, and I use she, he, and they pronouns, and I will be directing this little excursion that we are going on. Just one final thing before we wind up jumping right in is that we're going to do some giveaways throughout the stream, like as we are reaching our goals and moving forward. So please keep an eye out in chat for that. You don't have to donate to participate. Just be here, be active in chat. And to enter those, I forget what you have to do. You will do !win. !win. It is in the chat. You can see it going around. So please feel free to enter and play along for that. We'll announce that somewhere throughout the stream as it's going on. iHunt is what we are playing today. iHunt is a game about hunting monsters in the gig economy. It is a really beautiful game. If you have not seen a physical copy of it, it's so pretty and it is so good. So I would really consider checking it out, especially if you enjoy what you see here today. All right. Does everybody feel good? Feel ready to start?
Yeah.
We'll jump in.
So excited.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Me too. Thank you. Okay. So it is around 5:30 in the early evening, late afternoon. If you have a day job, you are clocking out of it, heading home, and unfortunately, you are opening up your phone and opening up this damn app and logging in to let people know that you are now available for your second job, your gig economy job, which just so happens to be hunting monsters. It's a little outside of the usual, but that's fine. It's just a way to make money. You clocking out of your day job and heading home to prepare for what comes tonight. Where are all of you, and like where have you just left? If you have a day job.
Yeah, so Vania, who I just realized I forgot to say who I was playing when I introduced myself. Vania is a car mechanic's apprentice, and she lives in a studio upstairs from the shop that she works at. So she's covered in grease. She's got long brown hair that's in a single French braid that starts up here and goes all the way down to like the center of her back. She's got a purple bandana that she was wearing just to keep the grease out of her hair, or try to. It didn't really work. And so she starts up the stairs at the back of the shop to the studio apartment that she lives alone in. Up there at the back, pulls out her phone and starts swiping through options.
All right, sounds good. Anybody else? Where are you at?
Yeah, Gale's probably leaving after a day. She tries to get gigs working as a private librarian organizing collections. So she's, another long day of being bent over just stamping books and organizing them according to whatever organizational system the eccentric collector happened to want, and ready to kind of stretching as she steps out and opens up her phone to see what other jobs await her.
Mm-hmm. What about yeah?
Oh, all right. Annabelle usually works security, either at clubs, bars, what have you. At present, she is wandering out of one such establishment. It is the diviest dive to ever dive. Like playing cards stuck to the ceiling. People have scratched gods know what all over the every available wooden surface.
Mm.
And she is trekking down the street in her big old Doc Martens. Really sort of totalitarian, utilitarian clothing. Lots of black, lots of denim. And tying her locked hair away from her face because it's time to go pick up her gear and figure out how to make freaking rent this month.
Mm-hmm. I don't envy her for working the day shift hours at a dive bar. Those are day drinkers are
They're special.
different
They're
kind.
special brand.
Real
Yeah.
special.
What about Angelo?
Angelo has left his job working tech support at his university, helping professors turn their computers off and turning them back on again. He is walking back to the apartment he lives in his neighborhood, also tying his locked hair back away from his face, and stepping into the apartment to grab his kukri and katana and make sure that they're polished and sharpened and ready to go for tonight.
Tonight on the app is a slow night. Typically, it is slow. There aren't a ton of supernatural creatures running around to your knowledge, and there aren't a ton of humans who both know about them and know about them enough to have this app downloaded on their phone. But the scarcity does mean that when a job does come through, it is pretty well paid for one of these sort of gig services. So you're swiping and lounging around, waiting for something to come, and each of you get a request to your phones through the iHunt app that comes up. There's like a little rating system, in terms of both money and challenge for this job. It indicates that this job is going to require multiple hunters, and there are 0 out of 4 slots filled at this time. It just says in the description, clearing infestation. And it describes a location that you know to be a kind of seedy diner nearby. Not the kind of place you go on purpose to dinner, more like the place that you go after a night out at like 2 a.m. Because it's the only thing open.
Might as well.
Yeah, fuck, why not?
You see 1,
I'll catch up
2
on
out of
studying
5,
later.
3 out of 5,
Out of 5 or out of 4?
out of 4. Sorry.
Yep. Just scrolling through. Yep. In line to pick up some coffee before ready to go. Okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just need one spot.
And you make your way down the street. Of course, it's interesting to do these shared jobs because you never know who you're getting paired up with. And as you walk closer to the diner, you see each other kind of from both sides. It is dead inside. Definitely. There's maybe one diner at the counter drinking a coffee and really no other customers at this time. But before you go in, you all meet and collide.
Are y'all here for the...
Y'all are new.
Mm.
Haven't seen you before.
Hi. This is an interesting circumstance.
Hi, I'm Vania. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Gale. It's nice to meet you all too. I wouldn't, necessarily say that I'm new. Maybe new to you. I haven't met any of you all before.
That tracks. Hi, I'm Angelo. Good to meet you all.
Angelo.
Hey, you can call me Annabelle or Belle.
Can do.
So, do any of you all know more about what we're supposed to be doing?
Oh,
It said
I
on
was,
the app was clearing out some kind of infestation. It wasn't really
Vania
much in the way of detail.
raises up the gas canister that she grabbed on the way out of the the mechanics and clearing an infestation of some kind.
yeah, all right.
That is one
Usually-
way to deal with them. Yes,
It's true, but usually I don't think they want us to destroy the building.
Yeah.
Let's see if it
Detailed.
comes to it.
Yeah, like generally frowned upon, I'm pretty sure. Because that's messy and expensive.
yeah. Property damage is not necessarily
thought.
the most.
Just a thought.
I usually leave that in other people's hands anyway. So I'm more at the back of the line, as it were. Any of y'all
That's fair.
knights?
And like you see this like very like unassuming like slender looking like very like nerdy like glasses and everything. He does not look like he should be a knight, but he raises his hand.
Conversely, Annabelle is pushing 6 feet, built like a damn linebacker, with a big old fuck off machete strapped to her back,
Incredible.
and
Yeah.
what look like potentially modified brass knuckles attached to a loop on her belt.
Gale's 5'10", brown bob, that's just messy and seems to barely be held behind her ears. Very well put together. Got like a white shirt with blue vest, slacks, and purple chucks. It's like I have some pencils as well. I'm usually the one who knows things, but
Tech or magic?
just all kinds of knowledge itself. I study things. I'm a bit of an expert in that kind of regard. I wouldn't call myself that, but sometimes that's more the role I serve. I'm not as good as the the punching or the hitting or that kind of stuff.
Pretty
All right.
impressive though.
I can roll
a
with
fan of
this.
Yeah, no.
Maybe we won't all die tonight.
I'd prefer not to, just as a general
That's
rule.
the plan. Yeah.
I got work in the morning, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Oh yeah.
Shall we go in?
Yeah, as you walk inside, there is a kind of upper middle-aged looking Italian guy with like the dish towel like flung over one arm, and an apron around, and he turns around and is like, takes a double take at your swords and things. It's like, there a play in town or something?
I hold up my phone. Who are we supposed to be meeting?
I don't know. Nobody's waiting for a table. Are you want a burger or a shake?
coffee.
Yeah, we
Go
got
for
coffee.
coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Tea?
Sure, coffee.
We got tea. I don't know if you're like, if you like tea, you probably don't want the tea we got. It's not good. From what I hear, my wife likes tea and she keeps telling me to throw it all out. Anyway, it is coffees all around though. I got those.
What
Anyway,
about orange juice? Maybe
I do have orange juice.
I will have.
Do you
orange
like
juice,
pulp?
please. I love pulp. Pulp is my favorite.
You are in luck. I only buy orange juice with pulp. It is,
it is
yeah,
my lucky day, isn't it?
yeah. It's been bad for business, but I insist on it as a personal rule.
Who
Bad for
hurt
business,
y'all?
good for me. I
Who hurt y'all?
but we could. There's not enough time to.
Yeah,
to-
you know what?
to
I
list
don't.
out
You know
all
what?
of
Never.
the-
Yeah, no. I retract that. I don't know you well enough to actually want that information.
That's fair. That's fair.
You don't know each other because you all look real well put together. The whole,
Well, thank you. The group. Yeah.
hey, you look great. I thought maybe there was some sort of, sometimes a LARP comes through here. I don't really know what it is, but after hours I get like the busiest rush I ever seen, and everybody is sort of carrying stuff like you, but I don't suppose that's what's going on.
Yeah, we're
Something like that. Yeah.
LARPing.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you want to call it that, let's call it that. It's probably easier.
All right.
I'm fairly curious about the other LARPers that come through here. What kind of what kind of people are these other LARPers?
They I don't know. They make a real ruckus. They're always smooching each other. It's a whole big to do. There's lots of, turkey legs. They order turkey legs. I don't have, we just give them. It's just chicken,
Huh.
but
It's a strange thing to order.
yeah.
Okay.
It's the whole the medieval reenactment thing. I think they're trying to substitute the turkey legs for like mutton or something.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, it sounded like the theater group I was in college until the turkey legs part, but
Yeah.
Pull my
I don't
phone
know.
out.
But yeah, so have a seat, have a coffee, and relax. Welcome to my fine establishment.
Yeah, what's the director? What's the name of the place? Did we see a sign coming in?
Yeah, this is Chester's Diner.
ooh, okay.
Pulling out my phone, just fully ignoring this person behind the counter and scrolling while people are having a conversation. Is there somebody we're supposed to meet here, or did they just say like show up and do the thing?
It just said show up and do the thing. You get another message though after you sit for a few moments with your coffee. And it just says, you hear ? Infestations in the basement.
Ghost.
Before we go anywhere dark and mysterious, and Vania goes into her backpack, and I'm just going to pull out 3. They're basically panic buttons. It's a little thing, you pull it, and it makes an extremely annoying, extremely loud noise. And I'm just going to give one of them to each of y'all. And some bad experiences in the past, and I'd prefer it if we got separated, that we be able to find each other again. Don't pull that.
This is really nice. Did you make these yourself?
Yeah.
Looks great. Yeah. Thanks. This hopefully I don't have to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's make a big production out of it.
Hey, director.
Mhm.
I apologize. How long would we have been sitting and waiting?
Maybe just a few minutes, like just long enough for them to pour you all coffees.
Okay. I was hoping for like 10 minutes. Never mind.
Ooh, it could be a little longer if you like.
Well, because one of my stunts, as I think, hold on. This is what happens when I learn a new game system. I panic. I'm a decent occultist.
Ooh, okay.
Could I take some time to make sure everyone has a defensive charm? I don't know what that entails.
Sure, absolutely you can. So let's take our time having some coffee. You're not in any rush to fight these monsters. So a defensive charm. So basically you can make sure that each person has this sort of extra little boost, basically a little bolster for whatever you might encounter down there.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So, as everybody like sits down and like has their coffee and like scrolls their phone, sort of half ignoring each other. we seem like a real sociable bunch.
Yeah.
Listen, we're all awkward. We understand.
This is why it seems like we know each other really well.
Yeah.
Annabelle's gonna pull out from her little like mesh backpack thing some bits and bobs, bits of like stone. They look like hagstones.
Mm.
The little smooth rocks that have like the natural hole that somehow got punched through them. And a vial of what is probably holy water. And she's gonna take each one, kind of like mutter and place them down, and then pass them around to everybody. Yeah, no, just in case we get slammed by something particularly gross, this should help us.
We don't even know what it is yet. How do you know what to? Could be rats or roaches.
Mm,
Oh, rats?
Be a waste of the
I'll-
episode, just rats.
And director, do I have to? Would this be the kind of thing where you determine what it is as you're making it, or can it be like a catch-all for like undead things, or
I would say you could
ghouls?
take your best guess as to what like the general thing you want to protect everyone from. So
Okay.
you don't have to necessarily know specifics. Of course, it could be like stronger if you did know exactly what you were fighting,
Yeah.
but you can definitely put like a general buff.
Yeah, let's call it a general buff for
Cool.
armor class, whatever our equivalent would be.
Sure. Okay, great. All right. So if we encounter any conflicts or challenges, we'll remember that for this next upcoming scene. So after you finish doing that is when you get that message, all of you on the app. You hear infestations on the basement.
Oh, I suppose we're going to the basement. And I put my phone in my pocket, and in one of the other pockets of my cargo pants, I pull out a pair of impact gloves, and I start fitting them on my hands and like strapping them in. Well, I suppose
Does one of you want this? I just offer the gasoline.
As we're like seated at the diner.
Oh my god, amazing.
Like, I feel like my hands will be full with the blades, but I appreciate the offer.
Yeah, Annabelle's like putting on the brass knuckles and like taping shit down. It's like
All right, I'll hold on to it, and she kind of crams it into her backpack.
Meantime, Gale's like putting on a headlamp, like.
Actually, Vania probably has one too.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah.
Chester comes back over and is like, I didn't notice the gasoline before. I guess I should have. I really should
Don't worry
have.
about it. It's a prop.
For
It's
the
just
LARP.
It's just a prop.
Way different than the LARPers that came in here last summer.
It's a more modern game that we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it turns out that if you add a vinegar and a couple cleaning chemicals, it smells a whole lot like gasoline. It's not dangerous though.
Well, it is kind of giving a smell, and not that I am known for having a really fragrant diner. I don't know that I want the smell of gasoline in the air when the and no one's coming in for a while, so I guess it's fine.
I can tape it up if you prefer. Pull out a roll of like black gaffer's tape from my bag and just start like sealing it around the edges so it doesn't smell quite as much.
I'd like to use one of my aspects real quick to just kind of look away from everyone and look towards like the non-existent audience as I break the fourth wall and go, well, this is going to be interesting.
You successfully do that. Are you doing that to give anyone else any like, or just would you like to hold on to that extra dice roll for later?
I think I hold on to the extra dice.
You'll hold on to it? Okay, good. Excellent. You do that. Chester goes, and looks where you're looking. Oh, all right. Anyway, I gotta go defrost some turkey burgers. I'll ring the bell if you need anything. And he disappears into the kitchen.
So now's our chance to get into the basement.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah, I think we
You
should
said there was
probably-
one other person up here in the diner with us?
Yeah, he's been sitting in a like it kind of one of those tan colored trench coats, like hunched over the diner, sipping the same cup of coffee, eating a little slice of pie, and occasionally looking up at the TV screen, which I'm going to say is playing some sort of people fight to be famous singers contests. Yeah. And back down.
I have the investigator trait, and if I watch a situation or a person for a long time, I can kind of figure out what their vibe is. Do I get a sense of, is this guy watching us? Is this guy just sat at a diner at 11 p.m. because his life's a mess? What is the vibe here?
That's a whole vibe.
That's a whole vibe.
He has barely glanced over at you this whole time. The vibe that you are getting from him is that he's here at the exact same time every day, eating this same slice of pie and drinking this same cup of coffee. He does not appear to be a threat to you.
Vania has a moment of existential dread as she realizes that might be her in 30 years. And stands up and starts to head towards the basement.
Oh no.
Following.
You are able to kind of slip past those hanging plastic sheets and through a door and reasonably guess your way to a staircase going down. It is dark down there, and at the top of the stairs even you do already hear noise, scratching, and even maybe like a low sort of hushed grumble, not of one animal, definitely of many.
Hooray.
Okay, that's that definitely sounds like an infestation to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with not rat.
Yeah, no, that's it's bigger than any rat I've ever heard.
Yeah.
At least it's not rats. That's good. Okay.
Hang on, I might have. Oh god! And she goes into her backpack and kind of rifles through and pulls out like a little ball with a camera on it, and I just want to pull up my phone and see if I can app connect to this thing and check it down the stairs. It doesn't have like night vision or anything, but just like a little scouting object that she made.
Sure, yeah,
Nice.
cool. I would like a roll for this though.
Yeah.
What skill would you roll for that?
This feels like Maker,
Perfect.
which is
Absolutely.
my top skill, my great skill.
Excellent. All right, so you roll the fate dice and add your bonus there.
I said this before the stream, but I need everyone to know that I am using a 3D printed fate die that I made for this character because I needed something on brand. Okay. So that is a 0 on the fate die, so that's a 4 total.
4 total? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like super, super bright, but there is a little bit of glow that emanates when it reaches the bottom of the stairs. It's not a wide radius of light. So for a few seconds, all you see are like the dust particles in the air, kind of like, floating around. But after a few seconds, a little nose appears to sniff on this object with long gray wiry whiskers to accompany it, and two jutted teeth that are overtaking its bottom lip in a very massive overbite.
Maybe it is rats.
But bigger.
Yeah.
Much bigger.
Annabelle's
Rat-
like over the
like-
shoulder,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
staring. Like, what the
those
fuck
Gale.
is this shit?
Would you call them rats of unusual size?
Yes, I
Uh,
would. I would call them ROUSs.
I don't believe they exist.
More noses sort of collect in the screen as they all sniff to try to identify this object. And after a few seconds, they even just start to like chomp on it.
Hey, Bookworm, you ever seen something like this before?
I'm trying to place it. Yeah, is that something with my, as a researcher I've come across with my academic skill potentially? I don't know.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a roll for that. Add your academic skill, and let's see how much you know about this critter.
So that gave me a +1 plus my academic, which is 4, so a 5.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, fantastic. So looking at them and watching them, and like it's I think when they open their mouths to chomp on this device that you really make the click that this is something called a were-rat.
Yes. Likely be careful. Don't get bit by them. Were-rats are a little bit, can be pretty troublesome sometimes.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. You said were rat.
Well, it's right there. But
That is
yes.
fascinating. Okay.
Nicole?
And I put my hand, my left hand, at the katana, like hanging at my side, and my thumb starts kind of like fiddling with the guard a little bit. Like, okay, all right.
I didn't think I would bring silver. I've got some back at my place. But do any of y'all have silver on you?
Would it be reasonable to assume that experienced knights have silvered weapons just on hand?
Yeah, definitely. And I would also say that you can definitely reasonably say that you probably have some silver on you, not necessarily for any sort of magical purposes, but I'm sure like some accessories that you use for particularly troublesome people at the bar, like maybe things like that. You could definitely have several pieces of silver on you.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was going to ask very much the same thing, so that works.
Mhm.
So I will pull my kukri out from behind my back, and I will hand it to Vania. Silvered blade. If you have any experience with blades at all, this might
The hell are
serve
you
you well.
expecting me to do with this?
Well, you asked if we had anything with silver.
You
Yeah,
take the
for you,
sharp,
not for me.
you take the
Oh.
sharp end and you.
I think these cufflinks are plated silver.
Okay, then I'll take it. I mean, if you don't want it, I'll take
Yours,
it back.
all yours.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
Annabelle kind of like pop the big old machete off her back, and the edge of it is like very, very bright and very, very sharp. It's very obviously a silvered weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Angelo will kind of pat the katana as well as the kukri that he's putting back behind his back. Yeah, same.
How do you get the silver to hold the edge? Nope. Questions for after.
I think that means I just stand behind you then, right?
Yeah, you'd probably just want to stand behind the two of us.
Okay.
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
Easy enough.
So which one of you goes first?
Rock, paper, scissors for
Should I
it?
go for it? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I don't. Dang it.
Okay.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't play this game with many people, so all right, we try again.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, I'll go first.
Okay. I'm right behind you.
Yeah. Silver machete in one hand. Anybody got like a little more light? Because I need my hands for this.
move closer and kind of peer over your shoulder with my headlamp.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Amazing.
I've got some glow sticks. Do you guys need glow sticks?
Actually,
sticks
that
would
might
help
not be the
immensely.
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crack, shake around the neck.
It is now the as you go down into this basement, it is now lit. There's like one brightly lit little circle where all the rats have the were rats have gathered. But now there's also like hues of like pink and like purple colors in the air from the glow stick. There's like some bright like headlamp light coming that's like a little bit fluorescent. So there's a little bit more light down here, and as you get closer to the bottom, you can see that there's quite a few. It's not just like the 4 that have gathered around the light. There's probably about maybe like a dozen of these creatures down here, all scurrying in different corners, straying away from the brighter lights. So the headlamp, not loving it. The glow and the glow sticks, not really bothering them. But you notice whenever you point your headlamp in a direction, they're kind of scurrying off.
This does have one of those like red light modes. Maybe that would be more helpful if you need them to come closer to you to hit them with the sword.
Yeah, they do have to be in like arms length for me to start like swinging.
I wasn't sure if it was like a throw.
I can't.
Throwing a sword is not a good idea.
I like it. Like if we get in a pinch, sure, but that's just going to end badly for all parties involved.
Good to
promise
know.
you that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you do switch it, you do notice that they no longer scurry out of the light.
Yeah.
I'll turn to Annabelle. You want to take the right or the left?
Yeah, I'll take the right.
All right, I'm going left.
If any of them start going for the ankles, I'm going to start chopping little ratty heads off.
All right. As you get to the bottom, it is almost instantaneous. Your feet hit the bottom of this floor, and it is like blood in the water. They are like ready to scurry towards you. So let's make a couple of quick contest rolls for our people who are actively wielding swords. For those who aren't, what are you trying to do before we press on?
Yeah. So hanging mostly back. Sarcaster in a combat zone.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm gonna pull like a heavy duty flashlight out and try to like shine it. I've seen that these rats don't like the light.
Yeah.
So I want to try to like shine it in their eyes. If one of them's going for the night, I want to throw it off the game.
Okay. Make a roll for that. Add whatever relevant skill you think might apply to something like that. Probably something smarts wise.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't make it, so maker's not quite the right thing. I'll do hacker. This is not digital hacking, but is misusing an object.
Yes. And then what about Gale? What would Gale be doing?
Well, Gale's just trying to provide like some light for Belle so that Belle can, I think, trying to assist Belle in this instance, trying to help light up targets, things like that.
Okay, excellent. All right, so then Annabelle, what I'll have you do is you'll roll, add your relevant skill, and then add an extra point for being assisted by Gale.
Okay. And that's just when you say extra point, that's one of the plus
Yeah, like a plus.
die?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, at a +1.
Okay.
Let's see. Vania got 5 for that skill check there. And so then, so Angelo and Annabelle both can make your fate rolls to swing at these rats. It's going to be a contest, so they are also going to roll here. Angelo, you do have a re-roll stashed away from your aside to the camera earlier,
Nice.
if you need it.
Okay. So that's, I think, +2. I've got 3 plus marks and a minus.
3 plus that, yeah, that's a +2.
Okay.
Bingo.
And I'll be using my fighter aspect, which is a +5.
Awesome. Wow.
And,
yeah.
And then I guess I technically get one more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8 total.
Awesome.
Holy hell.
Nice.
Yeah.
She
Awesome.
beefy.
Pick the right person to stand behind.
And what did Angelo get? If I missed it.
And so I'm also using my fighter aspect, which gives me a +4. I'm gonna go ahead and use that re-roll because I did not do well.
Okay.
So let's try that again. Oh, I did worse that time.
No.
So that's gonna be a 3.
Okay. So you do keep the 3. Luckily, you have Vanya kind of on your side here as well. There is a lot of teamwork happening. These rats are like coming up to you and like getting just onto your feet as Vanya like shines a light directly on them and they scurry off. And then you're able to snatch them with your sword that way. You're both kind of like hack and slashing through these were rats pretty easily. Mm-hmm. With like honestly very little trouble. And it takes you maybe like 15-20 minutes to like really clear the room as you move through this space and like clear out all of them. It's finally quiet in here. No more scurrying, no more chomping, no more bitey sounds. And now all you can hear is upstairs, just the sounds of pots and pans clanging in the kitchen.
Is there like a crack or a hole in the wall down here that would show us like where they might have gotten in from?
Looking around, it takes you a bit to find it. There is the only entrance in this way is actually kind of like it was already there. It's like a maintenance shaft of some kind that leads outside. And you can see that the screws on it are not screwed tight all the way like they should be. They're like one twist away from coming off.
So does a were-rat mean werewolves? Are we about to get ourselves in a whole mess of trouble?
Gale, you had that check earlier. You would be able to answer that question. You would say that were rats are just what happens when a rat is infected with lycanthropy. They can pass it on to anyone the same way any any shifter would be able to.
That.
One of my favorite tabletop tropes. Yeah, I say what
I
happened.
relay the information that
I
was
say
just
that.
given.
Gail says this. She's definitely like kind of gotten one of the rats and has tried to like put it shape it back together. It's currently like drawing like a sketch of it and its anatomy for her own records. She's just kind of crouched down in the corner as she's saying all that.
Annabelle's like gonna go over and like kind of nudge the little rat head closer to the body so it's not quite as like disjointed and weird to draw.
You did a really great job, but it does make it a little harder to get an accurate depiction.
Yeah, no, I just figure that's the fastest way to kill most things, especially if they're trying to eat my fucking ankles. I don't usually appreciate that.
Yeah, y'all did great work. I'm taking 2 nights on every job I do from here on in. So I need you all to know that Vania has the aspect horny on main, and she is definitely into both of the nights.
I'm so happy for her. I'm so pleased for her.
Snaps.
This brainy looking knight is like in like one of the kind of corners, kind of away from everyone. He's just like flung a bunch of the rat blood off of his blade and is like definitely doing like the whole samurai thing of and flourish and then sword back into the sheath. And I rather like having a partner. This is nice.
Yeah, no, that was dispatched a lot quicker than it's been in the past. Whereas Annabelle's literally just wiping rat blood like on her fucking like black jeans, like swiping the swiping the machete like over her leg a couple of times, but she definitely gives like a flourish and like back in the sheath.
So, Belle, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard would you say it was to like to like break through? Like were they pretty?
What break through? Like what the?
Yeah, could you describe what I'm trying to take an accurate representation of what it's like to the defenses of. I'm working on my own bestiary here because if you want something done right, you do it yourself. So
okay, so insofar as like the difficulty of
your silvered sword seemed to be pretty effective.
Yeah,
in your own words.
Yeah, I'd say the phrase "hot knife through butter" comes to mind.
Thank you.
But that's why most of my blades are silvered because things don't like it.
Okay,
that is a fair assessment.
Yeah, and if worse comes to worse, I can probably just hit it.
Noted.
I mean that's slightly more dangerous, the actual like fisticuffs to wear rats, but like also and effective.
Yeah, and she
Speaking
shows
of, any of y'all get bit?
I don't think so.
I would like to use my medic aspect to check us both, or my medic skill to check us both.
Good call. Please, definitely do roll for that.
Alrighty, so that would be. Oh God, that's a 0. That's terrible.
Oh no!
I will say that all that happens here because of that 0 is that for a second you do look at I'm going to say at Vania's legs, and you see that there is some blood smeared, and for a split second you can't tell that it's just like the blood splatter that from like them hacking and slashing and not an actual bite. But upon closer inspection, she's fine.
Okay, you're fine. You had a moment there, but you're good.
If you wanted to look at my legs, you just could.
I mean, and Angelo gets visibly flustered. I did not. I was just checking to see if you were bitten, and that's good to know. Consent is very important, and I appreciate your cooperation in that regard. It's warm in here.
You're cute.
Suddenly,
You gonna
Thank
make it,
you.
my dude? You gonna make it, buddy? How you doing? How we doing?
I'm not used to working with people, let alone working with people who actively flirt with me, and so I'm a little caught off guard.
Oh,
You are also very cute.
are we hunting or is this a fucking dating service? Like what?
You make a good point. The cuteness thing could be later addressed. Yes, the possible entry point for the rat thing stuff.
I do just want to take out my phone and go into the app.
Mhm.
And do we have the ability to message the people who hired us, or do they have? Is it a one-way communication?
Yeah, you have. So once the client reaches out to you, which they have, you now have an open message. You have a couple options here. You can send a chat, or you can also click a button that says job complete, which allows you to just put like a quick little like summary of the job, any notes that you need to do, and collect your payment. But you can still keep the job open and keep a message going if you'd like.
Can I send a picture?
Yes. Yes, you can.
I wanna take a picture of the decapitated rat that Gale's been drawing, and send the message. Basement's clear. Where are you?
3 dots.
Typing.
Vanish.
Cool. Period. See you outside.
Okay.
yeah, okay. Can we fix the entry point before we go? That's not my bag. I hit things. So if one of you's like mechanically minded, you might want to take care of that.
I have some skill, but probably not nearly as much. As
This one's easy.
Yeah,
I mean, she has like 3 hex wrenches and a multi-tool that are like clipped to her belt, and gonna pull one of those out, and I think I'm gonna take this door off its hinges before putting it back together. I wanna see what's on the other side.
Good call. Okay, awesome. So you take it off first. It looks like one, you can notice very quickly right away that this is being tampered with often. There's like dust everywhere. This thing is clear. So this is being messed with a whole lot. Once you take it off and like peer inside, you can see some like blood smears here, and even like further in, you can see some of these were rats that I guess didn't make it or whatever, that are kind of just dead inside. So this is definitely
dead
being
inside,
used.
not
They
scrambling
haven't
out.
given up hope. They've passed away. Yeah.
They have ceased to be.
the capitalism did not get to them too.
The gig economy got the were
The
rats.
gig economy, actually, the were rats are Uber drivers after they're done chomping ankles, and it's really gotten to them.
Oh God.
Oh.
Okay.
He gets it all in the end.
And it's like a pathway that goes out of sight, or it's like a hidey hole.
It definitely leads. I mean, this is something that you would just know, like based on what you do for a living and everything like that, that this is going to lead outside. It's like some sort of vent system. So it's going to lead out to like the back of the building. You can't see all the way through, but you know from experience.
We should probably make sure there aren't any lingering in the vents.
Yeah.
That's
And
probably wise.
also,
Also, do we want to do something about these bodies? I imagine Chester's not gonna be too pleased to come down eventually and find a bunch of were rat corpses. It's kind of about.
yeah, okay. Annabelle's gonna go around and start picking up little bastards by their tails. You can just
And
gonna
Thank you so much.
yeah. Just all right, fine. Gross.
And Angelo will help with that.
We are the hunters. We are not the cleanup crew. Vania is helping pile these rats, and she is not happy about it.
Wait, is
I
there
think
usually a separate cleanup crew that does that comes in after we do? Is that
there's
a
like
thing?
separate section on the app for that, I think.
Oh,
Wait, really?
I never paid
Uh,
attention to that. So
If not, I've really been doing this whole job thing wrong for a while.
yeah, if there is, then I've been way too invested in the cleanup process.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Gonna drop him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. This place is a shithole anyway.
Yeah, the job did not say that you needed to clean up, just that you needed to kill him. So you're good to move on if you want to.
Yeah, the moving on is a good idea.
Yeah, but besides, I feel like he's not gonna appreciate us stomping back through upstairs covered in viscera. So at the very least, we can probably.
Yeah, I think the LARP excuse only gets us away with so much.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
That's funny.
God damn
So
it.
learn monsters are real sometimes.
Yeah.
So which way are you heading?
I think we're heading back out the
We're gonna check the service entrance thing.
Yeah.
You're going to try to head out through this vent system, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we
Okay.
need to.
Cool. It's a squeeze. It's definitely single file kind of situation only. But you are able to get through. It's just a bit of a slog to get through there.
Is it possible to close behind me, or is it only accessible from the one side?
It is definitely possible to close if you are going to fasten it, because the screws are on the outside.
Mhm.
If you're going to try to fasten it behind you, I will need you to give me a roll for that.
Yeah, I wanna try to fasten it in a, it doesn't need to be like Loctited and cinched down, but just so it's not gonna fall off behind us. This is either Maker or Hacker. I think it's Maker.
Maker, I think, fits really well for this because you are literally just like making a new contraption on the fly.
That is a 5.
Awesome. Excellent. Yeah, you kind of like reach and pull through. You've maybe got some some zip ties and things on your, belt that you're able to use and pull closed. And it looks pretty sturdy. And you head on through. You come all out the back of this building. There's sort of like an empty lot. In the time that you've been in here, it has gone from like the early evening to fully into dusk. It's now dark outside. The moon is up in the sky. And as soon as you kind of crawl out of here, roll onto the ground and stand yourselves up, you see two like late teenagers, 17, 18 years old. There is sort of one white androgynous looking person with a shaved head and some like lopsided jewelry on one side of their face only, with like their arms closed, crossed across their chest. Next to them is a similarly aged young black girl with braids in her hair and a hood up over them. also arms crossed. And they're kind of standing side to side. And as you get out, they're just like, nice picture. So that was a real good job you did in there.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. Are we to assume that you're the clients?
And I like the one with the shaved head is like, oh, you thought it was what, Chester? No, that was us.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway, you looking for more work tonight? Cause that was pretty good. And we do kind of have one other job.
What's the pay scale on it?
I don't usually take jobs outside the app. Pay's
Right.
not guaranteed.
And the other girl will take out her phone and click close job. You all get a little alert that means that you've been paid. And she says, "Oh no, we're gonna do it through the app. We just kind of wanted to audition you first, if that's okay."
Hell of an
Okay.
audition.
I'm interested.
I think at this point it would be a good place to take our break because I think we are over the halfway mark. And we've reached halfway to our goal, which is awesome. I think we should keep it going. There are more giveaways. I believe I'll be announcing who has won giveaways so far when we come back from our break, if that's correct. And so we're going to step away, thank you so much. We're going to step away and take a stretch and refill our waters. And we suggest that you do the same. Please stretch your legs, be good to yourselves, get some water, take a bio. And we will join you back here. If you want to, if you've already donated, you're a love. You can share the link while we take our break so that others can come and join us and also donate. And then we can smash that goal. Okay. So we will see you in a few.
Last May, the Human Rights Campaign named 2021 the worst year in recent history for LGBTQ state legislative attacks. 17 bills that dehumanize LGBTQ plus people and strip us of our rights were passed. Another 250 are still moving through their legislatures. Texas alone saw more than 30 anti-LGBTQ bills introduced in its most recent legislative session, including 13 direct attacks on transgender youth. Numbers like that can strain our ability to hope, but holding up resistance works. All 30 plus of those bills died. None of them made it to the governor's desk. The opponents of LGBTQ plus rights are persistent. In late February of this year, Texas Governor Greg Abbott published an opinion letter addressed to the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, characterizing parents supporting their trans children's identities and medical care as a form of child abuse. Texas appeals courts have blocked all DFPS investigations into gender-affirming care to prevent irreparable harm to trans children and their families. Don't lose hope. We can and do win the battles they start. Don't stop fighting. Extremist politicians will not stop starting new battles. Find out what's happening in your state and email your representatives to tell them to oppose whichever anti-LGBTQ plus legislation they can vote on. Use this QR code or go to linktree/transrights22. Thank you for tuning in today. Your contributions are going to Equality Texas, a nonprofit dedicated to the pursuit of full equality for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer Texans through political action, education, community organizing, and collaboration. Type donate in the chat to get the link to contribute through Tiltify. We're also doing giveaways throughout the stream for US residents, sorry Canada, as we reach fundraising milestones on Tiltify. You don't need to donate to enter, but we will reach those milestones faster if you do. Prizes include dice sets, one customized for a winner, maps, books, tickets to a Zoom performance, and a crystal crown. When new giveaways start, a bot will post in the chat, to let you know there's a new chance to enter. Thank you for joining us tonight and for donating to support trans youth and their families in Texas in their ongoing fight to hold on to their human rights.
Howdy. Welcome back. We're back again. Thank you so much. I hope everybody had a nice break. We are going to jump in very quickly, but first I just want to make a couple of announcements because we did do a round of giveaways so far. Here are the people who have won. If you have not won something yet, you can still enter, and you are still entered if you've already entered the giveaway for more prizes. So we've got character bust art from Agonathetic. Ali Gollum, you won that. Another character bust art from Agonathetic. Wraither, you won that. Congrats. We got 3 custom patches that are going to Yo, It's 8-Bit. We've got a chunky D20 and dice bag going to Chrissy Carson Art. A handmade dice from the Golden Gorgon, to Ellie Fant, 2828. A crystal crown from Dern-esque is going to Tagashi Naruda. The Stonebreaker chunky dice from Hilltop Dice is going to Agonathetic. Chunky D20 and dice bag from Say Weird Galactic, I think I'm saying that, is going to That's Barnaby. We have more giveaways to give out. If I called out your name, you will get a DM at some point. So just watch your Twitch DMs for details on how to get your things. There are giveaways still open. So if you haven't entered yet, do !win. These prizes, unfortunately, are for US residents only. I'm so sorry, but they're shipping, et cetera, et cetera. And if you can't be DM'd on Twitch, please let mods know where. Okay, Barnaby knows how to get a hold of you. Good. Great. So yeah, please also check where we are in our goal. We're at 520. We want to get to $1,000. So let's keep it going. Keep sharing that donate link. If you've already donated, share it elsewhere. If not, please consider giving something if you can. And with that, is everybody good to get back into our game?
Let's
go.
All right. The payment goes through on your phone, and the girl on the left, the teenager, reaches out a hand and says, "Sorry, I'm Daisy. If we're gonna work together, maybe I should give you my name." The other teenager next to her does not reach out a hand, just kind of nods and says, "Ash."
I shake Daisy's hand. Angelo.
All right. Well, I'm going to send you another job request. I'm not going to put the details into the app. You know, I don't really want a paper trail with this one, even in iHunt.
How big's the job?
It's big.
And what would be the reason you don't want a paper trail exactly?
That.
Well, it's just that, well, we tried once already to take care of this situation. And, well, we sort of almost, and they kind of like look at each other. We got caught the first time by like the real cops. Anyway, we don't really want to draw too much more attention to ourselves. Like, we got out of it, but yeah, not the kind of attention we're looking for. Definitely not worth it.
But you're willing to send other people in to potentially get harangued by the actual cops.
Well, I mean, that won't happen. You're all way more equipped. I mean, we're just a couple of kids. You're like really good at what you do.
iHunt isn't cheap. How can you pay us? How do we know you can pay us?
The quieter teenager Ash is just like, you really need to know where we get our money? We sent you the money.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Set it up through the app. I'm short on rent this month anyway.
And I can't speak for everyone here, but speaking, you do realize how very suspicious this all appears. Yeah.
What? We're just a couple of teenagers like hanging out in a parking lot on a Friday night. It's like the only thing to do around here anyway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyway, Daisy like goes onto her phone and clicks a couple of buttons. You get a notification through iHunt. All of you, again, the same one. It is a request for a job requiring 4 people. And it says assassination is the job.
So I'm looking at these words. Am I to believe that you mean this literally?
Is this like a character assassination?
Like,
Social assassination?
What
you
kind of
assassinating,
monster are
an
they?
online persona?
yeah, like I was gonna say, like you realize that this is for like monsters, right? If we're going after like flesh and blood humans, that shit ain't gonna fly.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, we don't mess with humans. Absolutely not. No. This guy's absolutely a monster.
Okay, are you using that metaphorically, or are you talking about like vampire, zombie? Give us something to work with here.
Like, is
Yeah.
it a fucking
Details,
wraith? Like,
It's all right. So here's the deal. You saw all those were-rats down there?
Yes.
Well, they didn't get there by happenstance. It's not like Chester is, breeding lycanthropy in his basement. He's not nearly cool enough. But they are being stashed there by someone. And I mean, it's awesome that you took them out. But if we just give him a little bit of time, he's going to be right back at it.
Who and why?
We don't know his name. He just lives a mile down the road that way. And unfortunately, he does only come out at night. If you know what I mean.
That points to a couple of things.
Sunlight sensitivity, ?
Could you help us narrow it down? The more information we have, the more likely we'll be prepared for whatever it is that we're being tossed at.
yeah, to be perfectly honest, you're gonna have to be like fully upfront about this because we're not just gonna wander in blind, my guys.
All right, here's what we know. He's definitely undead. Like, what specific brand of flavor of undead is a little outside of my wheelhouse, but he's definitely undead. But he unfortunately has this weird fixation on lycanthropy. And I checked. He's not.
How did you check?
Well, we got caught last time. We tried to throw a little silver projectile at him. Anyway, it bounced right off, and he had plenty of time to ring the police.
So silver's a no-go.
Is it the kind of thing that would have killed a mortal? Did you shoot him with a silver bullet, or did you throw a
Did you-
silver pen at him?
Oh, we're not.
Good clarifying question.
We're a couple of teenagers. We're not that bad. It was like sort of a it was like a sort of like a throwing star, although maybe not really. But we had it made, and it was definitely silver. We threw it pretty hard. It should have. I mean, it looks like it stuck to him for like a second, but it didn't phase him at all.
And instead of ripping your head off, he called the cops?
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. But I don't know. That's what he did.
Anything else that you can give us to distinguish like the vibe here? Like you said undead. You don't know what flavor of undead, but like are there bits falling off of him? Is his hair falling out?
Yeah.
Like what?
Do you look necrosis? Is there any kind of necrosis? Did you see fangs, weirdness, discoloration in the eyes? Anything you can give us.
Daisy is like, oh, no. He's like way well put together. In fact, like he looks pretty sharp all the time, like always dressed pretty obnoxiously. Like it's 1 a.m, dude. Why are you wearing a suit? It's, like way too stiff.
I look at Annabelle. Sounds like a vampire to me.
Hooray.
I mean, I'm more than interested in going. I don't have a vampire in my bestiary yet, so.
No, provided it doesn't rip our heads off.
Right.
I mean, you two are very strong. You're very good at what you do.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
But word of confidence is always nice to hear. Thank you.
Yeah.
How pressing is this? Do we have time to prepare, or do we have to go tonight?
They like kind of look at each other and like communicate through a series of looks for a second. And then Ash says, I guess like it's not terrible if it happens tomorrow night or maybe 2 nights. But like sooner is better.
Here's
More information would be better.
Yes.
Like, y'all, there's literally there's something you're not telling us. You're not giving us the full deal. So either you give us the full deal or you find somebody else.
All right. We are pretty sure he's a vampire.
Was that so hard?
But you have to watch out. He's got like these like kind of blades. They're real small that he uses, and he's got them all like dipped in lycanthropy blood. And if he gets you with one, yeah.
And
Here's
again,
a question.
He called the cop.
Rather than just to kill you.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Huh.
Here's my question. How did the two of you get caught up in this?
Well, like, this is our neighborhood, and like it's getting overrun with all of these were-rats, and like we don't want everybody to get freaking lycanthropy. And also he creeps me out.
But how did you two specifically get involved in this and get to know about this particular person?
Well, so Ash is kind of eyeing Gale's bestiary, like in sort of like a really like curiously satisfied sort of way. And is like, well, like we kind of are really into this stuff. We figured something was up with him and we just went looking for more information, and unfortunately, I guess we found it.
I'm getting some serious Monster Squad vibes here.
What did he say to you? Like before he called the fucking cops?
Oh, that's the weird part. He doesn't say anything to us. He just like glared at us from his creepy front porch and made the call.
Did he make eye contact with you?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Hey.
Does he have any thralls, underlings, anything else that we should be worried about if we go?
Anybody else live there?
We haven't seen any like people like that, but like I said, he can kind of turn pretty much anything into a shifter. And so sometimes there are more of those were-rats or other things like it kind of floating around.
So we should expect company.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. It's like fun.
I will turn to the non-existent audience. This day just keeps getting better and better.
Okay, you pocket yourself another reroll.
Ooh.
Oh, if it's all the same to you, the infestation was one thing. This is another. I usually like to go into jobs with a bit more information. I've got some prep work that I'd want to do. Maybe scope out the area.
I'm on board with that idea. I think, yeah.
Fuck it. I'll take the job.
Water.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be waiting till tomorrow night, drop on by during the daytime. It's pretty much nothing is going on over there as long as the sun's out.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Catching them while they sleep.
All right. I've got work tomorrow. But how much are you paying?
You look at the notification, and this is like $1,000 each person.
Guess that's worth a sick day.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Wait, you guys get sick days?
Wait, you guys are being paid?
Yeah, don't you?
I mean, 3 a year, but yeah.
Yeah, there aren't many.
I don't get like actual sick days, but I'm kind of like an independent contractor, so yeah, it's a fluid kind of deal.
I hate that fucking bar so much.
Oh, you look at a bar.
So much.
Mm.
Yeah, all right. I imagine the best thing would be to try and see if we can attack during daylight hours. Otherwise, it's gonna, eat us or call the cops, apparently.
All right. So get some sleep tonight, then circle back and check it out during the day. Is that the plan?
Oh, I think I've got work to do tonight.
Yeah, same.
Can these kids give us a more accurate, like, depiction of like what the neighborhood is, where we're going, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So Daisy shares with you like a Google Maps kind of location share for the like exact address of the house. And they give you a rundown of the neighborhood. I mean, this isn't too far away. So you're lightly familiar. The way this is set up, though, the house in question is at like the end of a cul-de-sac. So there's like a street that comes down. There's a dead end. This house is there. And they tell you that like as you get closer down the road, like the houses get unoccupied. So there are not too many people living like once you get down this road. And after they kind of run you through that, they're like, well, so message us if you need anything, just through the app, and yeah, we'll see you when we see you, I guess.
Yep.
All right.
Good luck. And they both kind of skip off arm in arm.
All right.
Yeah, so they're under the influence of a vampire, right?
Yeah.
Very likely.
Is there a way to check for that? Do we?
I would say, Gale, you might be able to figure
Okay.
something like that out if you want to take a roll
Sure.
for it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Can I assist on that since I've got like an okay stat for occult?
Oh, you do too. Yeah.
I
Make
do
that
as well,
roll
yeah.
together. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can combine a roll?
Yeah.
Ah.
Totally. Yeah.
Ooh.
Spend some time, do some research together.
Yeah, right, definitely.
Yeah, all right.
Where'd my sheet go? So that's a 3 on my end.
I got a +1.
That's a 3 on my end.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. So let's say that with kind of these like powers combined, of recalling and also like trying to look up your information, basically like someone under the direct influence of a vampire would be able to like you would be able to break that that influence with most of the things that are damaging to the vampire. So things like holy water, like garlic, crucifixes, anything like that used on a person that's under the influence of a vampire would snap them out of it.
Ooh, okay. I Vania, can I have some of that gaffer's tape?
Yeah, sure.
Just like pull off a little strip and start taping 2 pencils together.
I
To
can-
form a little crucifix.
I can do you better than that.
Oh,
yeah, no,
okay.
I've got gear at home. Hun. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
we
If
can
any
do
of
this.
y'all need a place to crash, it technically qualifies as a couch at my place. I'm gonna be up, so I guess you could sleep in my bed if you wanted to. But no, you're all locals. You've all got places. Never mind. Don't
Annabelle's just gonna give Angelo a look.
Like, Angelo's like full like deer in the headlights.
yeah.
Like
Just full,
no
like,
expression,
full
no
panic.
expression on her face, just like blink,
Yeah.
blink, 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 blink.
I should probably get my gear from that home as well, and kind of get things together. As I appreciate the offer. Maybe another time, another place.
pick you up on that.
You're just like staring at that, like,
Yeah. Significant glances and silence from the other end. Just
Is horny on main Vanya's an aspect for Vanya?
It is an aspect for
All right,
Vanya,
please
yeah.
pocket yourself a reroll for later. You've been
I will
horny on
do
main
that.
successfully.
Thank you.
I would like to point out that Angelo's drama is crush on teammate.
The two of you are nailing it.
Oh my
and
god.
So yes, definitely a couple of pocketed rerolls to either give out or use for yourself later. You head to your respective places to either prep or get rest for the coming evening. What is everybody doing to prepare, research, whatever it is that you're trying to do to get ready for this?
I want to make sure that anything I have has iconography on it.
Sure. Yeah.
So the knuckle dusters have little crosses etched, trading out those for the plain old silver. Making sure there's holy water on hand. For defensive charms, is there anything that can be done to protect against being mind whammied by a vampire?
100%. Yeah, you can. I would say that what you can do is you can probably spend the night on it. You don't need to make a roll for it, but you could spend the night making that happen and have some defense against that. Let's say in a night you can probably make. Let's say in a night you could probably make 2 of those.
Okay. 2 anti-mind whammy
Yeah.
charms.
Anti-mind whammy. Yeah. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
All right. What is everybody else doing?
I am going to pretty much take like any like wooden implement that I can find, start carving them out into stakes. I'm going to put like a bunch of garlic that I never use on boil in my kitchen, and make some garlic oil that I can spread over my blades.
Nice.
And take some holy water that I've had that's been blessed by a Shinto priest out, and just kind of put in some vials so that I can throw them easily if I can. It's maybe 3 of those little almost like grenade sized bottles.
Sure. Yeah, 3 is good. You could definitely do that. All right. Awesome. Let's see. What about what's Gale up to?
Gale is going ahead. She's pulling stuff. She's doing some research, I think,
Sure.
as she is wont to do.
Yeah.
Just trying to read up everything she can so that she can have a list of things, and then her idea is to try and like check them off if they're accurate. So she's combining a list of like all of the things other people have reported about vampires so that she can try to be prepared, but then also fact check it.
Yeah.
And I think she also goes to her fridge and pulls out a jar of the garlic confit that she makes once a month, and just kind of puts that into her book bag.
Good.
Delicious.
You're gonna kill them quite fancily.
Right. This oil and garlic clove. Ooh, it's so good.
I think what is your relevant skill for research?
Could be I got 2 things I think might work, because I have academic as one of my skills, but then I don't know how the Evelina stunts come into play.
The occult. Yeah. All right. So I say we using your Evelina stunt, which allows you to like kind of parse out, because researching the occult is different than researching like regular scientific academia. You're searching through things that are largely false, largely fiction, largely like mythos, and trying to parse out what's real. So in doing so, as an expert, you spend the night. And one of the things that you do find and connect is that the sunlight thing, which you know from what the teenagers told you is true. It is damaging in all respects. It is not some sort of magical property of the sun or the day or anything like that, however. It is literally the ultraviolet, which is still something that can be created at any time through ultraviolet lights. Most fluorescent lights give off a significant amount of them. So you are able to parse that out from your research.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I think knowing that she's gonna go around and collect, like knowing that a lot of lamps still give off various amounts of UV radiation is going to try and find the brightest lamp that she has and also try and cram that into her book bag.
Okay.
She doesn't have UV bulbs.
Swell. Okay.
I think would also send a message to Vania specifically, just like, hey, if you have any like UV stuff, that's going to come in really handy.
So Vania would be texting you throughout all of this because I do have a bit of a question about the lore of vampires in this universe. For religious iconography, does it matter that it's important to the vampire? Does it matter that it's important to the person holding it, or does it matter that it's a crucifix?
It could be. In this case, it is going to be the iconography that the vampire would be affected by.
Okay, so it's if they were a Christian vampire, it's a crucifix. If they were a Muslim vampire, it's the crescent.
Correct.
Jewish vampire, Star of David. Cool.
Yeah.
So texting that back and forth to Gale. Vania would get back to her apartment, and there are 3D printing filaments that have sawdust in them. And she would set up to print a series of wooden iconographies from a broad swath of cultures. And set that to print. That'll probably take like 12 to 15 hours to print on a sizable bed. So that'll be done sometime tomorrow. After setting that up and getting this text about UV from Gale, I feel like Vania would have, like, in the corner of her apartment, like 6 plants that are dying, and she has UV lamps, like UV lamps that she got to try to save them, and they simply have not worked. And with a very heavy sigh, she will start to cannibalize those. And the goal, I don't know if this is possible, is to set them up in such a way that they are battery powered and flash the power. So it's not like a lamp that you would carry around. It's something that you press a button and it shoots all its power through the UV bulb all at once, and it's like a flash bomb, but
Got it.
UV light. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to try to make those.
Okay. All right. So you're doing two pretty big projects. So I would let's say that the 3D printing goes off because it's a set it and forget it kind of situation. Yep. Let's make a roll for though to create this flash bomb.
Right. And I'm assuming this is Maker.
Yes, please. Perfect.
So that is a 3. Can I use my horny on main token for a +2?
Yes, you can. 100%. You're just like thinking about all of those little flirty moments and the tension and the good back and forth, the rapport that was being made, and it's just filling your fan fiction-y little heart up as you
I'm
work.
making them for him.
Yeah.
So.
you're working so hard on this project, the dedication, and it is honestly a beautiful piece of machinery. This is a job well done. And so, all right, I think, was that everybody? Did I miss anybody for prep? No, I don't think so. So you spend your nights working on this various projects. Sometime in the late morning, Vania, your 3D printer, like finally dings and everything is all set for you. What would you
One
like
of
to
these
do
works.
the following day?
Probably texting y'all to see if
Yeah,
Where
just
you're at.
meet at the diner.
Meet at the diner.
Yeah, that'll be the easiest.
I'll bring my car this time. I walked last time, but I have the driver's stunt, so I might as well have my car.
Nice.
You get to the diner is early. No more trench coat guy at the table. It's too early. It's before his time. Chester is still there, looking tired, confused, and a little bit haggard. Kind of sitting, you see him in the window as soon as you come in, though. Oh, hey, friends, you're back, and you look still going with
Coffee,
the whole arc.
please.
Okay.
Coffee, please.
All right. And he pours a pot of coffee. This round of coffee has just gone on, so it isn't quite as burnt and like it has been sitting on the burner all day.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let me know if there's anything I can get for you.
Do you have any caramel by any chance?
He looks at you with like just the strangest deck.
To put in the coffee. For the coffee.
He thinks for a minute. He reaches into the like.
I'll also take pancake syrup.
That I got actually.
I'll take it.
All right, pancake syrup it is. And he hands you a little. It's bad pancake syrup. It's like, one of those fake ones. Yeah.
It's corn syrup and
Cool.
food dye.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not
There you go.
actually. It's maple nothing.
Yeah, exactly. No tree had any part in what happened here.
No trees were harmed in the making of this syrup.
So yeah, he puts that on the table and takes a seat and like kind of like slumps over and is like half asleep behind the counter.
Long night?
Yep, you could say that.
Anything exciting?
If you don't mind, you just let me know if you need anything. I don't
Sure.
usually talk to customers before like 3 p.m.
Fair.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So
Thank
everyone-
you for the coffee.
I have presents
Oh,
for you all.
I didn't bring you anything.
And
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna take out all the religious iconography that I printed and just do whatever the hell you want with this. And I'm gonna take the Star of David one and I'm gonna put it on a necklace.
Awesome.
And then the holy water that Annabelle has, it's just in like crappy little metal flasks. She's just gonna sling one to each person.
Oh.
Holy water.
Cool. I also have, and I pull out the 3 grenades of holy water and the 3 bottle grenades. I too have holy water. It might be a good idea. I don't know if this guy is a biter. Maybe ingesting some of this might be a good idea.
Does that work?
Do we know if that works?
I have
Based on
no
the
idea.
entire night of research, do I think that works?
I like
I do
it.
also
So,
have a
yes.
little bit in medicine or medic. So okay.
No, it
Yeah.
makes me feel good, so I
Okay,
like
cool.
it. I think it
Yeah.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, that should totally work. I brought you all the gift of knowledge. That should work based on all the reading I
Nice.
did.
The gift of
Um,
knowledge.
Yeah. It's not as tangible as some of the awesome work that y'all did, but I figured out the main reason why vampires can't really go in the light isn't because it's sunlight or daylight. It's because of the UV light. So if you find a light switch, turn it on, because any light source emits like little amounts of UV. Yes.
What's that?
Is that what I think it is?
Do you think it's a flashbang?
I do think it's a flashbang.
Oh, I like
That's-
you.
Wow.
That's rather genius.
That's fantastic.
I like that a lot.
My plants are dying for this one, so you should appreciate it.
You know what? I feel like that's a noble
definitely do.
sacrifice.
They were dead anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I killed an aloe plant once.
Mine's
I'm
starting
so
to turn
sorry.
purple.
Who?
Dale's just kind of like poking at the oh, okay.
And Angelo pulls out another bottle full of. I managed to make some garlic oil. I've already put some on my blades, and I will set it down in front of Annabelle. This might be good on your machete.
Bet.
Did forget. Could we get some toast, please?
Toast.
Toast.
Yeah. And I pull out the confit. And like, this is really good on bread, and I think there should still be a little left over. So, yeah.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like garlic breath could also potentially be a deterrent.
I mean,
Right, like
garlic
just might be scared of it.
breath is usually a deterrent.
Yeah.
Just general principle. So yeah.
Yep.
He's like, Chester has like clued back into this conversation as he's toasting bread
Huh?
and like puts it down in front of you. Garlic on toast. It's not a bad idea. It's an odd breakfast.
That's
I
true.
don't know,
But
you know,
it's part of our
it's really
our
good.
LARP.
This is like my fourth meal since sleeping. I don't know if this qualifies as breakfast.
Yeah, honestly.
Fifth-
I'm just
Fifth meal
honestly
since
just
sleeping.
putting food in my stomach that I don't really care what you call it.
Fair enough. We do serve, everything 24 hours a day. So I guess that's fair. Well, enjoy your toast, your garlic toast. And he goes back to his nap.
Vania picks up her bag and just shows the gasoline canister and puts it back in her bag and puts her bag on the floor and fire.
Yeah, let's call that plan like G.
Plan G for good.
Okay.
Yeah, plan G for GTFO.
Also, yeah.
For ginormous fire.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god, this is really good.
Yeah, no, this is fucking delicious. Holy
Thanks.
shit.
It's super simple. You just need like a couple pounds of garlic, and then you like just put it, you like roast it a little bit, you can add some flavor there, and then you like just basically leave it in oil for a really long time. And it's just like you let it cook down. It's really nice. It takes like a full day. You could make it yourself.
Yeah, all right. Good to know.
We'll try that.
Yeah, we're gonna
Make your
mainline some
apartment
garlic
vampire
toast.
proof, I guess.
I am hungry. You get a notification on your iHunt app It's just a group text from Daisy, and it just says, "You good?" Question mark.
I send back a thumbs up emoji.
Do we have legitimate concerns that they are thralled?
I would think possibly. It definitely kind of seemed like they had that they were under some sort of sway.
I don't like that they made eye contact with the guy.
Yeah.
That's stressing me out a little bit.
Although, director,
Mm-hmm.
do vampires in this world work the same as like Vampire the Masquerade, where they're just like comatose during the day?
Yes, that's what your research has led you to believe. Yeah.
Okay. So they wouldn't be able to text us. Well, no, never mind. That's dumb. Hold on.
They could be thralled.
Thralled. Never mind. I'm thinking
they're not vampires. We know that for sure.
Yes,
now.
they are not vampires for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's
Which
hard.
is good because I hadn't thought of that, and they could have been.
Yeah, it's hard for you to tell if they were thralled or not. You have some suspicions. Not totally sure.
Okay.
Do we want to try to meet up with them before? See if we'll sprinkle a holy water on them, changes their tune?
Yeah, we could throw some garlic at them.
Offer them some, tell them it's just for their protection.
Yeah,
I don't see why
Yeah.
not.
Does anyone have like a perfume bottle we can put it in so we can like pretend it's just perfume?
I don't carry perfume bottles on me.
That's
yeah. Let me
either. That's why I
let
was
me
asking.
just get my Chanel number 5 out of my. No, darling, I don't.
Okay.
No, but maybe we'll see if they can meet us behind the diner again. Offer them some breakfast garlic toast. See what happens.
We can also drive to them. I've got my car.
Yeah. All right. Gale, do you want to see where they are?
Let's do it. Yeah, just try and figure out some of the details.
Yeah, you text with them. They, kind of shrug and agree to meet you. They don't seem very put off by it. Daisy and Ash, like, kind of still wearing mostly the same getups they had on from the day before. Couple of little different accessories and stuff, but they've definitely got a prescribed look about them. And they head into the diner. Chester, like, "Hey, kiddos." Like, "Hey, Chester. We don't need anything today. Don't worry about it." So yeah, what's up?
Do you want some toast? We're just sitting around, getting carbing up before a busy day of research and learning.
And other things. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Yes.
we're
A
Clearly
day
other things.
of research, evenings for other activities.
right.
Okay. Well, we ate already, but
Still a
I
good
mean-
idea.
Yeah. I made it myself.
It's really good. I take another bite of mine. It's delicious.
Oh, Daisy like reaches over and like grabs the toast and is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, you were offering this, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet. And she just like swallows it right down.
Just mainlines it.
Like, "Oh my God. What? What? That was so good."
Right?
Yeah, Ash, you should try some.
Like garlic. I'm really more into like plain mashed potatoes kind of lad. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
all right.
looking around at
Interesting.
anyone else who has something to help.
Hold on. Hold on.
This and I'm gonna take the canister of holy water that I just got given out and
Just
I'm
dump
gonna
it.
splash him with it. How you feeling?
Do you have any
Confused,
notes?
annoyed.
Okay. Confusion, annoyance.
I'll get like some napkins and I'll hand them to her.
Do you
No adverse
and-
reaction.
Like Daisy, completely clueless, has like taken another piece of toast and is already like eating it off of Gale's plate. Ash is like, do you think that we're vampires?
Well,
No, I thought you might have been enthralled. Call it professional due diligence.
But like, we're hiring you to like kill the vampire. Why would we?
Would also be hiring us to kill the vampire to get us out of the way so that the vampire can move into more neighborhoods.
Oh,
Or just, wrangling us up to send us in to be chow.
I just thought it'd be interesting to see.
oh. I guess our vampire's not that smart. But yeah, no, we are definitely not vampires.
Good to know.
Very good to know.
Did
Well,
you
that's
need anything
That's
or?
settled.
Mostly we wanted to make sure you weren't leading us to our deaths.
Right.
That's kind of the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's
feel
the
much better about this job now.
Oh, Daisy, like mouthful, is like, no, it's like pretty important to us that you live.
Right.
Very good then.
Well,
I think we're done here.
Yep.
I
That is
think we're done
settled.
here.
I'm gonna
Okay,
guess we head on over to the house then.
what you want to do?
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to stay awake during this stakeout. Can I have a coffee to go?
Slides it down the corner. You get your coffee. Down at the house during the daytime, it is exceptionally quiet. The curtains on the inside of all of the windows are thick, like velvety curtains that really block all light from entering. It's sort of the oldest house on the block for sure. And the door, like the front door, is not like a regular wooden door. It's got like steel, like kind of reinforcements around the side of it that make it so that there's sort of like a tight closure and no light is getting in on the sides.
So fully light tight seal.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Shit. Before I forget. One for you, one for you, one for you, one for you. This will make sure that none of us become thralls.
Smart.
You had two of
Nicely
those?
done.
Or wait. Did I only have two?
You had two of those.
Two.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna keep one of these because if that thing decides to make me start swinging at you guys, to be perfectly honest, you're fucked.
Correct.
Um,
It would not be ideal. No.
no, had any spares. Who wants the other one?
I'd say Angelo.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will hold on to that.
No offense, Bookworm.
None taken at all. I'm here to help with knowledge and get details.
In case, and I've carved out like 4 wooden stakes in case any of you get close enough, and I'll like give 3 of them out, one out to each one of you.
Cool.
Just just in case.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess.
And so are you just kind of staking out like throughout the day to like observe what happens here till nighttime? Is that kind of the plan?
Mhm.
I
Like
mean,
setting up, maybe?
I figure
Yeah.
we should go in during the day because that way we
Oh.
won't get attacked and potentially turned into fucking vampires.
Probably a good idea.
That's just my thought.
We can do that.
I'm gonna blame the sleep deprivation on that one. That's a very good idea. I'm gonna blame that one on the sleep deprivation. Good lord.
Is there somewhere we can park that is near enough that if the cops get called, we can just run for it?
Basically around, so like in the back here behind you is like the road leading into this cul-de-sac. That's pretty exposed. On the other side, around the back of the house, it's like a backyard area and then thick woods for quite a stretch. So there's nowhere for like cars, passersby, stuff like that on the
Alleyway or
other
anything
side.
like that. Okay.
Well,
No, not really.
You're all right.
before we get into this shit, can any of you drive stick if I go down?
I usually ride a bike around.
I can struggle bus my way through.
I've seen him do it in movies. It can't be that hard.
So that's a
It's that hard.
no.
No.
It's that hard.
Oh no.
All right.
There's like
this
4
car, by the
pedals,
way,
and you just
I don't know anything about cars, but this car is like an ancient stick shift that looks like it should not be running, and smells like somebody once smoked an entire pack of cigars in it.
So it's a hoopty.
And yeah,
It's an actual hoopty.
Amazing. All right. So what are you trying to do here?
trying to look for a decent way in. Unless the plan is for us to just go up and knock on the front door.
I don't know how I feel necessarily about kicking down a door in this neighborhood.
That's why I was saying we could knock on it.
If the vampire is asleep, they
Good point.
may not be awake to answer the door.
Is there... Oh, sorry.
No, you're
Go
good.
ahead, Nicole.
Go for it.
Is there like what are we looking at? Like a ranch house? Is it like one of those stereotypical like 2-story like suburbia?
Right.
cast-offs?
Like the like Tudor style. It's like like a 2-story Tudor style house. The other house is kind of similar. This one just looks like the oldest, with the exception of like some of these reinforcements that have been made recently.
Are there basement windows?
Yeah, can I?
There's like one of those like basement entryways in the backyard, like those 2 steel double doors that like open up out of the ground. Yeah, there's one of those.
Okay. We
That's
could break it.
our end point.
Yeah. That's the vibe.
Yeah. That could definitely work.
now might be a good time to mention that I'm pretty sure I can pick locks. I can pick most locks.
That'll do.
is handy.
That's very handy.
I was just gonna snap the chain.
Yeah,
That works too.
Don't
let me stop you from doing that.
Chain.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna sneak on over there using my spy skills, which are just me learning how to be quiet in a library.
Yes.
How I work those in is just you have to always be quiet and stealthy in a library. So it
Yes.
translates well.
That's a vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Vania is trying to actually pick the lock.
I think I am.
Go for it.
Ooh, It's a +2 on the dice. For skill, I was imagining hacker in a similar way to how I was talking about earlier of like hacking objects.
Yeah, you're hacking this object. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that is a 5. That's +2 on the dice.
That's beautiful. What about Gale for sneaking around?
Oh, for sneaking around. What do we got here? That's gonna be a 4.
Nice. All right. So Vanya, you not only like pick this lock, but you it occurs to you that the basement as you're picking it, unlike what is probably present at the front door, it does not look like there are any alarms that would go off, at least in the entryway to the basement.
Mhm.
Kind of gets your mind thinking that like once you approach like any of the inner doors, you might want to double check for those. But you kind of smoothly pick this padlock, no damage done, open the doors. The basement is pretty dark on the inside, but you do hear a familiar sound of scritching, scratching, chomping sounds.
Okay.
Right.
Impact gloves go on.
How deep do vampires sleep? We're gonna wake him up if we start
There's not
fucking
a
up
lot of
rats in his basement.
research on the topic.
It's unknown what happens if you do manage to wake him up during the day. It'd probably be hard to do so, but maybe not impossible.
Mhm.
Okay.
Try to be quiet.
Angelo, buddy, you want to clear the fucking basement?
Yeah, let's do the thing.
Cool, great.
Draw sword.
The machete has been swapped out for what looks like a actual long sword with a silver blade.
Yeah.
That
Just
is
really,
Yes.
really going
Wow.
like full knight. Listen,
Full
this is
knight.
the closest thing to the barbarian that I could get to, guys.
Full Castlevania. Let's go.
Let's make those same rolls that we did earlier. However, once we go down these stairs, it is immediately clear that these are bigger than the ones you encountered before. They look a little more feral too. Like their eyes are kind of like beady and red, and they're like really trying to aggressively get at you. They're barely distracted by anything around them.
Okay. So with my fighter, I think that puts me at a 7. That's a 2 on the dice.
Nice.
If we're doing the exact same setup, you also get a +1
6.
still.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool. Then it's a 7 for me.
yeah. Then it's an 8 for me.
Whoa. Okay. So never mind. These rats are for children. These you kind of come back in and do the same like rehearsed setup as before. And you take out these basement dwelling were rats with ease. As you finish, you do realize that there are several more like were turned lycanthropy stricken like animals that are in like these crates. There's kind of like, and they're all like trying to like bite through to like get out and attack you, but you're
Okay.
safe for now.
That's a problem.
I would like to. I'd like to imagine that Angelo and Annabelle walk down, and we're just like full on back to back, like buddy cop crap.
Yes. Yes, 1,000%.
Can we? Would a blade be able to fit between these crates, like in the bars?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not taking any chances.
Same. Full on stab happy.
Yeah.
Just, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, that's easy peasy. It takes nothing, and eventually you get this room to be silent. And you hear No sounds from within the house.
Assuming there's an upstairs leading.
Mm-hmm.
Door.
Yeah, there's a door, like a basement door that leads into the main house.
Okay.
Wait a sec.
What?
There were alarms on the front door.
Can
That's
try
good
to
to
use our
know.
Can you give me-
skills again to try and avoid
Yeah,
them. And
can
burn
you?
them?
Can I see? Is this like is this like a magnetic switch when the door opens? Can I like see through the crack to a device? What?
It looks like there's a lot going on here. You like kind of take your time to figure out all the things that are going on. There is a magnetic like alarm that will go off if this door moves. There is a mechanical lock. There is also a like ring style camera on the door.
That is pointing at us right this second.
Yeah.
Which I could do something about that, but it would take a while.
I could assist.
I mean, we're gonna kill.
I've got decent hacker ability.
We're gonna kill this guy. Do we care if he knows what we look like?
Not really.
No.
Annabelle's just gonna take the pommel of the sword and just bash the camera.
That is
Okay.
one way to deal with that.
Okay, there you go.
She ain't that smart, okay?
Like we can hack the camera, or
we could like go in and delete. We could
Yep.
delete the memory so that there was no trace of us being here, but like it's
That's
good
also
enough
fair.
that he doesn't know we're here right now.
But also, if we're gonna burn maybe we're gonna burn the house down. I don't know if we're gonna burn.
Oh,
the
I'm
house
gonna
down or
burn the
not.
house down.
Yeah,
Then
well.
maybe
I have not been
burning.
carrying this gasoline around for 2 days to not burn this house down.
then yeah, maybe the deleting the memory. I mean, deleting the memory still is a good thing to do. Burning the house down may do that on its own, but being extra careful is also good.
Oh, a lot of these things are stored on cloud storage these days.
Fair.
Vania, sticky fingers. You want to see if we can get upstairs?
Do my best, and I'm gonna go into my bag, pull out like a little magnet, and see if I can Indiana Jones this door magnet trigger. Oh, the door itself is locked, so I'm gonna try to pick the lock on the door, and then I'm gonna try to Indiana Jones the door so I don't set off the boulder.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Give me a roll. What are you rolling for that?
I think we did hacker for lockpicking to get into the.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can use either my spy or gorilla skills to help?
Yeah, because this one's going to be more intense than picking a padlock, because this is a more intricate thing. Yeah, please
what
do.
I have for gorilla?
I've got hacker. I could probably help as well.
Yeah, I have gorilla as well.
So for everyone that's helping here, add another point to whatever your roll is. So that's everyone.
That's +3 to the roll, which is a total of 6. And if I feel like that's not going to do it, I have an aspect that is, I can fix it. Just give me a goddamn minute, and I'll take a little extra time to get an additional +2.
Okay, you will need that additional +2, as this is going to be a 7 to beat. So you do like kind of like everybody like shouting advice over you, and you're just like, all right,
give me
everybody shut up. And you take your time, and you finally like the door clicks, moves, and you like all hesitate in that one moment while you're waiting to see if any sounds or lights or anything go off. and they don't. You open the door back up. It is dark inside this house. Dark. There is not a stitch of light coming through besides the little bit coming in where you've opened the door just now.
Well, either that worked brilliantly or it's a silent alarm and we're all fucked.
Either way, we
I
should do
like
what we
to
came here
think
to
the
do,
first.
and yeah, hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Director, just to be certain, we've demolished the were-rats and the critters that were in cages. There isn't like a coffin vibing in the basement, is there?
No, nothing else
Okay.
significant was in the basement. No.
Just making sure.
It's a good question.
it
It's a
on
fair
Yeah.
question.
Wait a
Very
second.
fair
Good
question.
Good question.
Are we doing this the hard way?
Yeah. No, I promise I would not tell you there were were-rats and not tell you that there is a giant sleeping vampire.
We didn't notice the ring camera, so
Yeah, no one asked, so yeah, that's
None of
fair.
us slept. So
Amazing. So you going through this house is a little bit tricky without some sort of light. Does anybody have anything that they're using?
have one of those little like
Got like a pen light.
Like pen lights? All right. That's definitely enough. It's still like something you're going to have to make your way through a little bit slowly. Where would your best guest be to start looking for this gentleman?
yeah, or I would
Other than
go
that-
for like an interior bathroom, like something that is definitely not going to have any windows.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Making your way around through the center of the house, where like a bathroom near the kitchen area would be, you notice that there is a door that is exceptionally reinforced, tight to light. It does not seem to have its own alarms separate from the front doors on it, Vania, but it is certainly a suspicious looking door.
That's suspicious.
That's
weird.
Very, very.
Yeah, we
many
had to have at
TikTokers
least
are on this
one
call?
meme. At least one meme.
It is.
Took us long enough.
At this point, as you're approaching this door, you hear from outside, you hear like a kind of soft, gentle from far away, woo! A few seconds later, from another direction,
Oh,
woo!
Wolves. Great.
Gonna go with silent alarm.
Is that very call and responsey to you? Or is it
Yeah,
just
no,
me?
that's so we need to get I'm assuming we need to get into that.
all right.
Is this reinforced door locked, or is it just like a big vault door that I could and open?
Ka-chunk.
It is locked. It's just not alarmed.
Okay.
Okay.
Annabelle is going to post up at one end of the hall to make sure nothing crawls up Vanya's ass while they're working.
Annabelle, or not Annabelle, sorry. Angelo.
Different A.
We'll do the same. Katana in one hand, kukri in the other. Like dual wielding it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Gale's
think-
trying to help out, like got an ear to the door, being like, okay.
Yeah, I think that we can tie this to your skill check from earlier. And with everybody helping, you're certainly going to get in. You open this like big heavy door. It's like takes muscle to like push it out. It is hard to move. And once you go in, this walls painted black to like really suck all light out of this room. And in the center, there is a kind of ornate, well decorated, beautiful, like browns and blacks and reds painted coffin.
is why I'm not a knight.
Okay,
Is
all
this
right,
where we
hold
use
on.
the gas?
Hoist the door the rest of the way open.
So like
Much appreciated.
following behind, but like still like covering everybody's ass.
Uh-huh. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay. I mean, yeah, we could in fact light this son of a bitch on fire, unless anybody really wants to go toe to toe with a vampire.
I mean, I think
As much as
overkill
that-
might be the name of this game.
as excited as I am about fighting a vampire, let's get all the basic shit out of the way.
Like, ideally, I would love to have an interview with the vampire, but I understand that that's not likely.
Good God.
Cops are on their way.
Uh,
I think you'd have an interview with them instead.
Yeah, I'd rather not have an interview with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So coffin's open. There's just like a guy sleeping in the coffin.
Yeah, you open the coffin. At this point, as the teenagers described to you, well dressed, looking very fancy, looking very dead. A gentleman who, when he was alive, was probably in his like late 30s, so on the younger side. And just looking very, very deceased right now.
can we pull Francis Ford Coppola, Bram Stoker's Dracula, stake in heart, head off with silver sword?
Yep. I was gonna say
That's-
stake him in decapitation.
Feels so. It's a strange.
I'm
doing that to him.
gonna take the gasoline out and start pouring it
Yep.
around the coffin. Maybe a little in the coffin, let it pool up a little bit.
Yeah.
As I do, I just want to look at him and say, almost feel bad for him. Not bad enough to not kill him, but just like
I slowly open the jar, dump whatever's left of the confit on his chest.
You dump the garlic on him,
Oh no.
and his eyes shoot wide open, like just a small amount of the smallest amount of color, like floods into his cheeks.
Nope.
And as he like sniffs the smell of the gasoline up, and he begins to like levitate up out of this coffin. What do you do?
I throw the flash bomb.
I would.
You throw open the flash bomb. What else? Everybody.
I would like to shove Gale out of the way because I think Gale would have been the closest.
Yep.
Just like
Gail's just
body
seasoning
checker out
him.
of the way.
Actually bending down by his head to say, like, I'm really sorry.
Nope. Back of the collar, just full on yoink.
All right, you're pulling Gale out of the way, and then what is Angelo doing?
Angelo's coming in, both swords raised up, like aiming for this cat's head.
Okay, all right. So what
Or
happens?
for his neck, rather.
Yeah, what happens, Angelo? I'm gonna need you to make a roll to attack him. So your knight, one of your knight skills.
So fighter plus, that's gonna be my +4.
Come on, buddy.
Oh, I rolled a -2. So
You
that's-
have a reroll in your pocket
Oh,
because
I
you
do.
may be trying to impress Vania, who you've been flirting
Yeah.
with for the last 2 days.
Gonna use that.
Come on.
Gonna use that crush on teammate roll. Here we go. Okay, so it's just a -1, so that just gives me a 3.
Okay, all right. That's not terrible. So, what happens is he begins to levitate out of this coffin. He gets about a foot up into the air and starts to like right himself up to face you. You throw open the flash bomb, Vanya, and the light just instantly starts to burn at his face as he like squirrels away and like actually tries to like go back down into the coffin. As you, Angelo, take your sword and slice into him. He then scrambling, is trying to reach for something in the coffin, and reaches a hand back out and is going to try to swipe. I think probably the person closest to him is Angelo right now, who just swiped.
Yeah.
I think I have take one for the team.
Yeah.
I also have dodgy motherfucker.
Yes.
Now would be the time to use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, using dodgy motherfucker.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll do this as a contest, so we will roll off.
And if for some reason that fails, I would like to step in with the take one for the team.
Got it.
Cool.
All right. So he's got a +1.
So that's my roll. Okay. And that's athletics, right?
Yeah.
So athlete, that's a +3. Actually, +2 instead. And let me see what dodgy motherfucker gives me. He gives me a +2. Cool.
That's it. All right.
Nice.
Woo!
Yeah. You like back out of the way right as he like reaches out of the coffin and like almost like falls out of it onto the floor of this room, like trying to scratch at you. And you see like the tiny blades that the teenagers described to you fall out of his hand and like fall to the floor.
Okay. All right.
That's kick that shit out of his hand.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely kick it out of his hand. He is hurting from the light, but is still going to try to get up.
I am going to try to get at like behind him if I can. And I'd like to like take the kukri and like put it like in front of his neck so I can slice his neck open.
Decapitate him. All right. Roll me another for that. Same, or if you have something different you want to use, you let me know.
Yeah, it's gonna be my fighter roll. Okay, that's better. That is a +5.
All right. Describe to me the way in which this vampire meets the true death, please.
As I just kind of so the vampire's like falling out. Annabelle's kicking things out of the way. I would just kind of like dodge as I in like mid dodge. I swing behind him. Right hand, like my katana is kind of like dragging the floor, but I've got my kukri in the other hand, coming from behind, and just
yeah. The screams from the burning light like finally stop as his head just rolls to the ground and the body like suspended in air for just a moment and then crumples to the ground. And again, you are in a brief moment of silence before you hear much closer this time the
I think it's time to fucking go.
Yeah, beating the hasty retreat.
I just need to acknowledge how hot that was. Let's go.
I would like to take because of course I've got one of those old school lighters.
Yeah.
Annabelle would want to make sure that everybody else gets out.
Yes.
Before she even thinks about getting up the stairs.
Absolutely.
Fucking go.
Throw it on the gas.
Let's go.
Yeah, like run the little wheel down the pant leg and just toss that fucking lighter into the gas.
Oh, Zippos. That is so hot. Okay. Yeah, you do. The fire goes off behind you. I assume that Annabelle does not look at the explosion. I'm assuming Annabelle is the kind of person that continues to walk.
Cool folks don't look at explosions.
Cool people don't look at explosions.
Okay,
we just walk away.
Excellent. As you walk out the door to this house, it burning behind you, you see two hulking wolf-like creatures that have stood parked at the end of the driveway. One of them with a dark black hair that has almost like a ridge that goes down the back of the entire beast. The other one next to her, sort of like almost a hairless version of a wolf, with just sort of like a patchy kind of skin, with a snarling, growling faces, teeth protruding up past their lips. And they sit there and growl and look at each other for a moment and slowly start to change back into the two teenagers that you met earlier.
Motherfucker.
The wrong beast.
Start taking some notes again.
Okay.
They walk up the driveway, and Daisy pulls out her phone and is like, nice. We better scram, but like, you're definitely getting paid.
This is information we didn't have before.
I mean, we told you like what you needed to know.
Yeah, all right. I'm not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. Hey, Vanya, can we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Did one of us want to try driving?
Nope.
Get in the back.
It's Vanya's car. We're getting the hell out of Dodge.
Nope. GTFO.
You get in the car
on the way out of here.
Who's driving?
It's Vanya.
Vanya.
Vanya is driving, so you are safe. You drive down the road. You see in like the rear view mirror, like Daisy just like shrugs. And I was like, all right, and like clicks on the phone. You all get a notification that you have been paid and that the job is closed. It does come with a smiley face emoji as well, and a little extra tip for a job well done. And the last thing you see is them shift back into their werewolf forms and run off in the opposite direction towards the woods as you drive off with a job complete. And I believe that is where we're going to end our game. We are all done.
Wow.
Phenomenal job by everybody.
That was fantastic.
That was so much fun.
I might be in love with this game now.
I'm a fan. I think I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's a great game, and there's so much more to it. If you do this game campaign style, there is a really cool element of like, I forget what it's called. It's something like selfies or something like that, where
I saw that.
You basically like take a mental picture of a cool moment that you had in game. And if you ever try to do it again, you can recall what you've done and use that as like a bonus. It's just such a cool game. Nice. Thank you so much to everybody who donated. We are at $840 raised for the Equality Texas Foundation. Thank you so much. The Tiltify is going to be live for another week, so there is no reason why you can't donate or keep sharing. We can definitely get to that 1,000, at a later date. I do want to announce some of our last winners of more prizes, more giveaways. So we've got custom dice from Paul Koska are going to That Gamer Share. Fidgety dice mug from Ave Rivera Studio is going to Radio Free Will. And Comedy of Errors tickets are going to F371XP4N. So if I called out your name, please watch your DMs on Twitch for some of those announcements and how to get the cool things that you've donated. Thank you to the people who donated items. Thank you to the people who donated money. Thank you to everyone who shared or just was active in chat, keeping us boosted and bolstered. This was awesome. I would like for everybody to please tell everyone where to find you again, because you're all absolutely incredible people. We'll go the opposite way again. So let's start with Tutu.
Hey, you can call me Tutu or Laura Tutu, and you can find me on Instagram and TikTok as Tutu Who. You can find me on Twitter as Laura_Tutu. And you can find me every Wednesday on the World's Guild channel playing a sneaky little rogue baby. And then you can find me every Tuesday playing a bratty little Bayou Barbie doll of a Toreador with Vampire the Masquerade.
Incredible.
Vampire the Masquerade is Tuesdays at 7 Central, and To the Skies is Wednesdays at 6 Central.
Amazing. At Circle DM.
Hi, I'm Sphinx Akashaa. I'm Circle DM on TikTok, Sphinx Akashaa just about everywhere else. You can find me on Tuesdays with Dinner and a Game, playing Emerald Sanctums, which is our open world of Darkness campaign, where I play a Order of Hermes mage. On Wednesdays, you can find me also with Dinner and a Game playing Kingdoms of Mist, where I play a Kalashtar bard / shadow sorcerer. The world is very akin to Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet meets Spelljammer. It's a lot of fun. On every other Friday, you can find me on with Alex Baum's channel, playing Initiatives and Intrigue, where I play Badru Kamar, our favorite bard / cleric. On the Fridays that I'm not doing that, you can find me running my own campaign, Agents of the Circle. It is a Eberron homebrew where the players are all secret agents. Think Warehouse 13 meets the X-Files. The agency has been destroyed by a rival faction, and they are now trying to figure out what the hell is going on and maybe kidnap a few people to get some information. On Saturdays, we alternate with, and you can find that on ADH Adventures. Saturdays on ADH Adventures, I'm also, we alternate playing Heroes Arc, which is a 5e homebrew where I play Raziel Jahari, who is an ASMR necromancer. We're in a pirate arc, so that's a lot of fun. And the alternating Fridays, we are playing Unlicensed Magic War Crimes, where I play Zan, an Eladrin paladin, who has a very interesting and very dark backstory. So hang out for that. So thank you very much. I super enjoyed being here.
Fantastic.
Amazing. Nicole.
All right. Yeah, loved Warehouse 13, so that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm Nicole, at a trans tiefling on the interwebs. At the moment, I have streams, upcoming shows that I'm working on, but I'm not in anything of those at the moment. So stay tuned. You can follow me on my socials, and you'll hear about those at some point. If you want to hear or try to find my voice, you can also listen to Night Shift podcast as well, which is fantastic. It's a great group of people. And whoa, we just hit 1K. Heck,
We
yeah.
made it!
Hell yeah!
We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it!
Hell yeah! Nice job, y'all. That's so
We
good.
did it, fam!
Yeah, but yeah, you can find me there, or yeah, on my own channel at Trans Tiefling. And then keep an eye out, because next weekend I'm also going to be involved in another fundraising stream for another trans organization. I think which one is still up in the work, but yeah.
Amazing. You're amazing. Chaia Ella.
Hi. I'm Butterfly Astrophysics on TikTok and Twitch. I am at Chaia_Ella on Twitter, although I have never tweeted. You can find me on Tuesday evenings here on Twitch with Trans Tales, where I play a human warlock named Telma, who's definitely not just an anagram of Hamlet. I don't know what you're talking about. I also recently ran a Call of Cthulhu one-shot that is going to go up on YouTube soon. It was the Call of Cthulhu, and I'm very, very proud of it. And that's me.
That is so cool. And I'm Dylan or Super Dylan everywhere on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at Super Dylan, where I scream and scream for help and no one comes. I am trapped there for all eternity, it seems, and it gets worse and worse every day. But come and hang out. I play Ig on the Welcome In's show, The Atomless, a Starfinder actual play and well-edited podcast that is available on all your favorite podcatchers. It is the best show. I would like for you to watch it. So if you look up The Atomless, you will see our lovely faces doing some A+ improv. And we have a couple of last minute announcements because we did make that goal. We drew some more prizes. So signed books from Kiri Callahan are going to Beck Boops, and custom fantasy map from Dungeon Master Diary are going to TX Watson. So congratulations everybody for entering, giving out, and doing all of this amazing stuff. Thank you for helping us make some positive efforts in such really awful and stressful times. It feels very good to be able to do this. So thank you so much. And thank you to everybody behind the scenes who hosted us today, and to Barnaby for putting so much of this together. We really appreciate you all. Actually, the full crew is going by with Nightbot. So we got Barnaby, Cecilia is Gray, the Welcome In, TX Watson, and Obsidian Olive. Thank you all so much. And I think that's it. I think we're gone. Have a nice night. Go take a stretch. Do something good for yourself.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
bye, 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 bye. Woo! Everybody, you're the most awesome.
Dylan,
You're
that was
so
God, that was
amazing.
crazy.
That was a blast. I had no
You're
idea what I was
so
doing,
good.
but that was great.
Yeah.
No, you were all amazing. Genuinely so good. Oh, it was so fun and very easy to run for such good fun people. It was very